Have you ever felt like your own thoughts were holding you captive, chaining you down in a dark cell you built yourself? Imagine a young man, just 20 years old, whose mind became his worst enemy, whispering doubts and fears until he could barely move forward in life. What if one simple encounter could shatter those invisible bars forever? Stick with me, because this story might just set you free too. In a quiet village nestled among green hills, there lived a young man named Rony. He was only 20, full of dreams like any other guy his age, but life had thrown him some tough curves early on. Rony grew up helping his family on their small farm, waking up at dawn to tend the fields under the warm sun. He had a bright smile that lit up the village paths, and folks often said he had a good heart. But deep inside, Rony carried a heavy weight. His mind was always racing with worries. What if the crops fail this year? What if I never make something of myself? These thoughts started small, like seeds in the soil, but they grew wild, choking out his hopes. As the days turned into months, Rony's negative thinking tightened its grip. He stopped joining his friends for evening chats by the river, convinced they secretly pitied him for not being smarter or stronger. At home, he'd snap at his parents over little things, then regret it later, lying awake at night replaying every mistake. Why do I always mess up? He'd ask himself, feeling more isolated with each passing day. Work on the farm suffered too. He'd hesitate on decisions, fearing failure, and soon the once thriving fields looked neglected. Rony felt trapped, like he was pacing in a prison cell with no doors, his own doubts as the walls closing in. The more he fought against them, the stronger they seemed to grow, leaving him exhausted and hopeless. How could he break free when the enemy was inside his head? One rainy afternoon, while wandering the misty paths beyond the village, Rony stumbled upon an old temple hidden in the woods. There, sitting under an ancient banyan tree, was a wise old monk with kind eyes and a serene smile. The monk, sensing Rony's turmoil, invited him to sit and share his burdens. As thunder rumbled overhead, Rony poured out his heart, tears mixing with the rain. "Why does my mind torture me like this?" he cried. The monk listened quietly, then placed a gentle hand on Rony's shoulder. "My son," he said softly, "your mind is like a wild monkey, jumping from branch to branch, but you hold the key to calm it." In that intense moment, as lightning flashed, the monk shared a simple truth. Every thought is a choice, and dwelling on the dark ones builds your prison. But choosing light can unlock the gate. Inspired by the monk's words, Rony began to practice what he learned. Each morning he'd sit quietly, breathing deeply, replacing his fears with gratitude for the small blessings around him, the sun rising, his family's love, the earth under his feet. It wasn't easy at first. Old habits fought back. But slowly his mind shifted. He started taking small risks, like trying new ways to farm, and found success in unexpected places. His relationships mended, and joy returned to his days. The lesson was clear. Your mind can be a prison if you let negative thoughts rule. But with awareness and choice, you can escape and build a life of freedom and peace. Remember, friends, we all have that power inside us. Next time doubt creeps in, pause, breathe, and choose a better thought. It might just change everything. If this story touched your heart or sparked a little hope, hit that like button to let me know. Drop a comment below sharing a time when you broke free from negative thinking. I'd love to hear your experiences. And don't forget to share this with someone who needs it today. For more inspiring tales like this, subscribe to Life Lesson and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could brighten your day.